crazy. Everything I do it with a passion. If I gotta be a bitch, I'ma be a bad one. Yeah, I'm AI with the.
What's good? What's poppin'? Y'all are watching OGTV, as y'all know. What's up? So, in some of my previous videos, I was going to be talking about like dominant traits in women, being a dominant type of woman. So I wanted to do kind of like a chapter or a series or something like that. So I want to do like dominant women in relationships, friendships, and dominant in the bedroom. So for relationships, first I want to tell you guys what it means to be dominant, and then I'm going to tell you what it means to be passive, because if you don't really understand, then maybe having the two definitions next to each other will help you understand. So dominant simply means most important, powerful, or influential, kind of like being in charge, being the person that makes the decisions, taking the initiative, you know, always being the go-to person, if you will. Now, passive is accepting or allowing what happens or what others do without active response or resistance. So I believe there's a very clear difference between the two words. Somebody who I would say is kind of scared to speak up, doesn't like speaking up, just goes with the flow, or lets the other person be in control of whatever you guys decide to do. And then dominant, being the person that makes all the decisions. So when you have a dominant woman, obviously she is the one that makes the decisions. A dominant type of female, she knows exactly what she wants. I feel like she is very set in her ways, and not in a negative way. You can be set in your ways in a positive way. So she is set with her career, her family, her life. She knows what she wants to do. Like, everything is locked down. She knows exactly what she wants in a man. She will not settle for anything less than what she feels like she deserves. If you come across her and, you know, she likes you a little bit, but you tend to disappoint her, she has no problem walking away. Like, I feel like a dominant type of woman knows what she wants. She goes after it. She tries to get it. If she doesn't get it, she moves on. If she gets it, then she does what she can. She does whatever she can to keep it. Now, when you're dealing with a man, being dominant does not mean rude and aggressive and mean. It just means you know exactly what you want. You're not going to sit there and wait for the man to offer it or, you know, try and give it to you. You're going to go after it. So if I, me, I've come across a bunch of men who don't open my door, don't ask me if I want something to eat, and it's like, I have no problem speaking up and saying, hey, first of all, you didn't open my door. I see you eating, you didn't offer me any, or you're planning on going out to eat, and you know, you're not being considerate of me. Like, if we're together, you gotta be considerate of me. So a dominant woman, she has no problem speaking up. It's okay if you're not the type of man that knows all the right chivalry type things to do. And it's okay if you're not someone who knows all of the chivalry type of things to do. Because a dominant woman also really has no problem, you know, kind of teaching you and telling you exactly what she wants. Now, passive women, and the only reason why I'm talking about passive women is because I used to be really passive. Like, if my boyfriend would do something that I didn't like, I would be upset about it, but it's like there's nothing really that I could do. That's the mindset that I was in. I felt like I was supposed to just sit there and deal with it and take it in order for us to be happy or to keep him happy. Oftentimes, I wouldn't speak up about how I felt, things that I wanted. I kind of just shoved them under the rug. I didn't really say much. It's like I wanted to be taken out to eat. I wanted us to do things together. I wanted certain things in the relationship, but I just was not getting what I wanted. And he was getting everything that he wanted. He was always content and happy because he was doing what he wanted to do. And I was just on the sideline or whatever. Passive women, I feel like, are very scared. They're very shy. They are afraid of conflict. I feel like being passive. No, look. Being passive doesn't always mean you're scared and shy. That's just one aspect of it. Being passive also could mean you really just prefer going with the flow, letting someone make the decisions. You may not have an issue speaking up about how you feel. You may have a strong personality, but being passive also could just mean you're real chill. You don't like making decisions. That's all. So I'm not saying passive is like a bad thing, but it's like not everybody is dominant. Some people just either are too scared to speak up, or some people just prefer to be the passive one in the relationship. Me personally, I would say I'm a good mix of passive and dominant, because I definitely have no issue speaking up. I have no issue, and I wouldn't say starting an argument, but if there's a problem, I'm going to tell you about it. And if you don't want to work on it or whatever, then that's just it. But I don't have an issue. I know exactly what I want in a man, and I literally will not settle. But at the same time, if I meet the right man who is just like the same amount of like has the same type of dominant trait that I have, we kind of balance each other out. And it's like I respect him, and I don't mind being a little passive sometimes. Like if he tells me to do something or asks me or whatever, I'll just be like, yeah, sure. But at the same time, that doesn't mean I'm going to take any crap from him. If he wants to talk to me crazy, treat me a certain way, treat me any less than the queen that I am, I know how to walk away. I know how to tell him, hey, look, you're not acting right. You're not doing this, and that. Like, I have no problem whatsoever. That's just me personally. So basically, if you want to date a dominant traded woman, this is what you need to do, and this is how you need to be. I feel like you also have to be dominant in some ways, because dominant women, even though we're very sure of ourselves and what we want, we don't always want to be the ones making the decisions, because at the same time, at the end of the day, we're still women. We still like to be spoiled and loved and cared for. We like you to take initiative. So being passive really will not work for a dominant traded woman. But also, it depends on the type of person. Once again, I'm not going to speak for every woman in the world, but I definitely can't really deal with somebody who's kind of passive and like nonchalant, because I'm like a take charge type of person. I go after what I want, and it's like if you're kind of just going with the flow, doing whatever, I don't work that way. I get up and go. So I feel like you need to be just as dominant as her. You need to be accepting of her, accepting of her space, her alone time, her needs, her wants. And it's just the same in any relationship that you are in. Like, you have to be respecting of the other person. You have to keep in mind that you two are still separate people. You have your own lives, your own family, your friends, and your own goals. Like, you have your own things going on. So it's just very important to be respecting of the person, the woman, whoever you're with, in order for you to have a successful, healthy relationship. One important thing to remember is don't get offended. If she says something that seems like it's kind of smart or straightforward or to the point, that could just be the way that she is. Don't feel like she's trying to attack you, talk down to you. Dominant type of people just say exactly how they feel if they're blunt. So it's not good to get offended, and and also being sensitive. Like, it's not good to be sensitive if you're dealing with a woman who's kind of dominant, because if you kind of like cry and complain, like if I tell you no and then you like pout and stuff, or you decide to like not talk to me and act like a child, that is so annoying. Like, I really cannot just be grown, be mature. Like, stop playing games and doing dumb stuff that makes literally no sense, because we're both grown here. So yeah, you shouldn't take offense to a lot of things. You can't really be sensitive. You just can't be. What is a healthy way of saying you can't be a little bitch? Or is that too mean? I don't know, but yeah, you gotta have some thick skin, I would say, for sure. You guys, this was segment 1 on dealing with a dominant traded woman. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Y'all know the vibes, y'all know what's popping. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, comment how you feel. I know a lot of y'all have been commenting lately. I really appreciate it. I love the comments, you know, the feedback. I love interacting with you guys. I love when you comment and tell me how you feel about things that I say and videos that I post. So comment, and I will see y'all in the next video.
See it happen, but we say fuck it. One way